It was a typical Sunday, somewhere, AD, and I was once again on the verge toward epic greatness. But I had to collect all the pieces necessary to complete my task. I was once told that the first born son to break the womb was always the chosen one. I traveled back in time to witness the true events that would set up our future, a future of strange events, where you find out that everything ever known was a lie. A future where downside is up and upside is down. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, this is a warning. One time for your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back to season 2 for One Time for Your Mind. I got a very special guest on the day, man. This man, he's not only a friend, man. This man's like my brother. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from him. He teach me a lot about the game. This man has his own clothing line, and he's an entrepreneur in the cooking game. Great food. No matter what type of food you like, this man, he has it. He can cook it, and if he can't, he can create it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, my man Gump. Gump.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Jabrian Barber. I'm from a little town called Jonesville, South Carolina. I got a clothing line called Blue Dolphin, which represents everybody who works hard for their money, everybody that got their own grind, everybody that came from nothing and trying to get something. I'm real big on support. I learned that sometimes you gotta move away to get the type of support that you need or the type of support that you want. Because I come from a small town, and everybody trying to do the same thing. But when I move somewhere different, everybody trying to do the same thing, but they trying to work together to push it off for everybody together.
Right. So,
Yeah.
tell us about your cooking business. What you got with the cooking business? What made you go into that?
I did a lot of parties, had a lot of parties at home, and I just seen I had a lot of friends who would hang around. Of course, I was giving it out for free, and people was coming and telling me that my food was good. So I continued to, just keep partying and having a good time. And I was like, maybe I could start making money doing this. But once I continued to keep cooking, and I told people that it ain't gonna be free anymore, they didn't give me that same support as they did when it was free.
Wow. That's crazy. I know you did a book bag drive a couple years ago. I mean, I showed up for that. And like I said, the food was free. All my man was asking for was a cover charge so he can cover for the book bags that he was actually giving back to the community. And I understand that was an issue with that, man. Can you elaborate on that? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh, yes, definitely. Shout out to Team Taylor America for that. They came out and did a shoot for me. And I also, we had people really didn't show up. All I was asking for was anybody can give $1, $10, whatever, the food free. I was trying to raise 100 book bags for kids. I was trying to get bouncy houses, popcorn machines, snow cone machines, just give back to the community.
Right.
Doing something with things I like to do.
Right. And so he brought a very valid point right there. Particularly, I hate to say that in the black and brown community, we seem to only get together when people are getting out of jail or prison, and at funerals when people are graduating from college and doing something positive in the community. We don't support each other, and that's the reason why this podcast is very important today. It's about support system. Me particular, I can say this right here. I'd rather do business with a complete stranger and enemy, and the reason why is if they cross me, I have no problem, handling business, if you know what I mean, versus somebody that I know. All my problems with the support system, believe it or not, has come from people that I knew, I grew up with. I want you to get there, but not before me. I'm happy for you, but secretly they're hating, if we want to call it that. And you'll hear stuff like, "Oh, what's up, Gump? I hear you have a little shoe business," or "I heard you made a little bit of chains last night," or "your little cookout." They use words like that to describe and hide what's going on, how they really feel. But when somebody tells you something, it's just like playing cards, man. You gotta take it for face value. You know what I'm saying? They'll use joke form to try to play off a downplay. It's always some truth in "I don't know." You know what I'm saying? It's always some "I care" and "I don't care." I spoke about this before. Gump, please elaborate on that.
Oh, definitely. And all support isn't good support. I mean, you got to look at it like some people would rather support a man who going to jail, basically like you said, and get out for killing somebody doing 20 years. They'll celebrate him killing somebody that you going to school for 4 years and getting a degree. They don't even want to speak on that. That's just like another thing. But our community is so messed up, they'll rather celebrate the bad than celebrate the good. Because that's why the good, you got to separate yourself from the bad. Because if you stay with the bad, then you're going to be just like them. Right. Or it's going to wear off on you.
Right. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
But, I'm learning a lot, man. I just, you can't worry about who supports you. You got to support you. Because you got a family to feed.
Right.
And I learned a lot from Team Taylor America. He gave me a lot of good inspirational quotes, good things from my mind, good things that make me keep going. So you need them type of people around you. You don't keep people around you from what you grew up from. You got to go around people who try to do something different.
And he got a
want the same thing as you.
He brought a very valid point up. Like I said, you know what I mean? I often don't tell everybody my game plan, because like I said, somebody might try to backbite you and do it before you, or they won't support you. And sometimes it's your family members. Like I said, it could be your lady, it could be your old man. And so a lot of times I don't tell them everything. I just go ahead and do it, and then let them see the results for it. You know what I mean? I was always told that love is what it does, not what it says. So if I really got love for somebody, you know what I'm saying, then I'm gonna support them. I can't make it to every event, and the people I know that I do business with, they know that. But if they got something going on, I will cash app them. This 2020, you know what I'm saying? So much going on out here. You don't have to be there. I would always send money or funds, or I'll send somebody on my behalf if I can't make it. I'm only one man here, just to show my support. And I hardly ever turn anybody down. When they bring ideas to me, I'm like, you know what, man? Hey, I'm down with it, man. Let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? And Gump can contest to that. Like I said, I talk to the man every day. He's dropping knowledge and stuff like that, and I feed off that. But it's a lot of negativity around us in general on a regular basis, and a lot of them look like us. You know what I mean? But the man was saying he got away from his roots and stuff. He got to a new area because he felt like he was getting support. Why don't you elaborate on that for a second?
Okay. When you stay in a small town, it puts your mind in a different mind state. You're supposed to keep putting in your mind that I'm trying to do whatever I can to feed my family and to get out of this small place and to get off around these negative people. But some people can't grasp that concept. They want to stay around the same people, and they wonder why nobody want to support them. But it's so crazy that I moved an hour away. I got 5,000 Facebook friends, which I want to put out to everybody that Facebook is a gift and a curse as well. I got 5,000 Facebook friends. Just think about it. If I told everybody to share one of my business posts, how many people can see it? If I got 5,000 friends, you got 5,000 friends, he got 5,000 friends, word of mouth is more powerful than a piece of paper. That piece of paper can be lost, but a rumor will spread like wildfire.
Oh yeah.
It never goes anywhere.
Especially a
It
negative.
might not be said the same way, but it's gonna be said.
Especially a negative rumor. Well, go ahead.
Definitely. But anything with negativity, I always gonna spread. Cause I could be like, oh, I just opened a business, and they gonna brush it off. But I could just say, oh, I was with 5 other women, and I'm cheating on my wife. Everybody in the world gonna talk about it. It's just like this. We haven't heard about R. Kelly in 10 plus. Now look at them. They bringing us stuff from the man past, and it's all over the media. It's all a joke now. They bashing somebody who made us. Right. They bash our culture. Like, I don't understand. When you get to a certain level, they look at you different. So you got to be able to take what's coming for you too when you get to a certain level. But people don't understand what support means sometimes. It don't always have to be by words. You don't always have to say something. You don't always have to pay. Just the thought that counts.
Right. I can definitely dig that. I can definitely dig that. Like the man was saying, man, a lot of this stuff is set up for failure. Me myself, I'm not actually on Facebook anymore. I've been off of it, and this is no publicity for Facebook, but I'm using that because that's the #1 social media site at the very moment. And if you notice, like you said, a lot of negativity goes around. People don't even watch the news anymore because when I was coming up, you had to wait till 11 o'clock to see the news. And of course, kids would sleep by that time because TV actually went off the air. And now it's something on TV 24/7. And it's a negative thing. As long as something negative, we fighting each other, that's getting ready to go viral. Like I said, there was a post 2 weeks ago. It was called the 100 Father March. And there was a bunch of fathers, black fathers, believe it or not. They had got together, I think it was in Florida somewhere. And they were, walking down the strip with baby strollers, with their babies, being real dads. And it didn't go viral at all. But you bet your bottom dollar, if a guy has 13, 14 kids out here and they can't find who baby daddy is, and I'm using that term because it's used loosely. I've even heard court judges ask, where's your baby daddy at? And another race, without me saying too much here, comes in right after them, and they're asking, where's the father of the kids at? Or where's the mother of the kids at? But when it came to us, it was, where's the baby daddy at? Or who's the baby mama? And you know, that negative stigma is associated with it, because when you call somebody something like that, they tend to want to walk into that. And this is the reason why I never use the N-word. I don't use it anymore. I grew up with it. But now, if you notice, and Gump can contest it, I always say, what's up, my brother? What's up, my sister? How you doing? Gump, go ahead with that.
Oh, that's definitely. We have to change our mind and quit using them type of words, because you already putting yourself at a low standard already. Because we're born with a mark. So you got to always remember that we can't keep the N-word in our mind and call each other that. Because if you don't want nobody else to call you that, why do we call each other that?
Right.
We separate ourselves from the wrong people. Sometimes we push ourselves away from people who we need to continue to talk to, and the separate race other than us, we need to continue to talk with them because they got more resources than us sometimes. Which we might not like that, but they reach out to the right people. We reach out to the wrong. So that's why I had to put it in my mind. I can't just sell to my culture. I got to sell to everybody. Right. So I got to change up how I live. I got to change up how I talk to people. I just got to change up everybody.
Hey,
so I don't want support only from my people. I want it from everybody.
That's a very valid point right there, Gump. Believe it or not, and for y'all listening out there and watching this podcast, if you can find another culture that willingly embarrasses the same culture in front of another culture, then let me know. And I'm gonna give you an example. As black and brown people, and even as the Caucasian race, we'll say stuff like, "Oh, I cussed that person. Now I gave them the business. I let them know how I felt." Blah blah blah. But other cultures, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that in the Asian culture. I don't see that in the Spanish culture. Whatever they have problems with, they do it behind closed doors. But not us. We want to put it out there so everybody can see. The same concept, the same mentality that we use that, pray for me, I'm going through something. Why would you put that on social media when some of the friends you got watching you right now only there to be nosy and hate on you and copy you? This is a fact. And how do you know the person you saying pray for me ain't praying for whatever's bothering you continue to bother you? This is the small mindset that some of our people have. But make no mistake, my man Gump is a crab that's got out of the barrel. I'm a crab that's got out of the barrel. But see, I didn't keep walking. I looked back and I turned the stove off. So the ones that wanted to get out of the pot had a chance to get out of the pot. I didn't turn the stove up. Some people, when they get out of the pot, they turn the thing up and bring more crabs to the pot. My man Gump is not like that, and that's why I support him. He's a young brother, and like I said, in so many ways, I see the younger version of me in him, and I'm just reaching back and using my platform to try to make sure that we're successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not charging this man nothing. I want him to be successful, because when he's eating good, we all eating good. And the police only become necessary in society where it's split between those who have and those who have not. So if everybody's eating good, there wouldn't be no problems. Facts.
Definitely.
So Gump, we're running actually over on the time right here. I'm gonna let my man Gump close it out, man. He had a nice little slogan we're gonna use for season 2, and like I said, I want him to do it because he the one that gave me the idea. Gump, do your thing real quick.
All right, this 1 time for the mind, 2 times for the grind.
Yes, sir. We've come to a conjunction in time where people just have to be informed.
One time. One time. For your mind.
That's the end of the song. Nip dead, another dog, but always the same drum. Why I gotta take death for the family come together? Leave hating to the face, take time to love each other. We all out in this wicked world, ain't nothing new to me. I got a key, but I keep a gun for security. The government fabricate a lot of rap, joking music. I'm getting rate on my money, cause Uncle Sam screwing me. On top of thing now, the gal didn't to you underground. You know what's going down, but goes around, comes back around. You was eating good, but it's time for you to suffer now. Lost all respect, found your heart in a lost found. I gotta write it in a song called When I Call Your House, You Don't Pick Up the Phone. I don't mean to clean your claw, hope you shit find a dime. Me and Doug are going fly, hold your door slam lock.
One time. One time. One time for your mind. one time.